Let's make new Pokémon based on stuff from Arizona, New Mexico, and Utah. My Pokémon region, Cornera, is based on Colorado, New Mexico, Utah, and Arizona, also known as the Four Corners region. We have already covered some of the Corneran Pokémon based on things from Colorado, so today we will discuss some of the Pokémon based on the other 3 states. We have already discussed a few mons based on things from Arizona, New Mexico, and Utah, like Corneran Lapras being based on the Bear Lake monster of Utah, Babex and Jabex being based on Ibexes that were imported to New Mexico, and Corneran Zigzagoon, Security, and Coatitan based on coatis found in southern Arizona and New Mexico. But before we get started on some new mons, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, so you can keep up to date with future Fakemon videos on the channel. To kick things off, let's discuss an anomaly that took place in San Juan County, Utah, that sparked a worldwide phenomenon. I am of course speaking of the Utah Monolith that first appeared in July 2016, but was first discovered in November of 2020. This mysterious 10-foot tall metal pillar appeared seemingly out of nowhere and took the world by storm. Following the discovery and intense media coverage of the metal triangular prism, over 200 others like it appeared at different locations all over the world. While this all sounds a bit paranormal, the monolith and others were confirmed to be man-made, though they didn't find out who made it. Some have guessed it was an attempt to replicate the monolith from 2001: A Space Odyssey, but the mystery of the monolith evokes a certain power and aura that can't be explained. So let's make a Pokemon about it. Meet Cornera Magnemite. It is now Steel Psychic type. It is said that this form of Magnemite appeared very suddenly and recently in the Cornera region. No one quite knows how or why it appeared, only that it is, in fact, a Magnemite. At level 30, Cornera Magnemite evolves into Monolith. This mon has the inexplicable power to make the minds of Pokemon and people feel foggy. Monolith's power is based on the idea of technological mind control. Like the conspiracy theorists who thought we would be mind controlled using 5G. When leveled up to level 40 holding an upgrade, Monolith evolves into Magnifluid. Yup, the pyramid shapes of this design are based on the famous Illuminati symbol, the Eye of Providence. There are actually also some strong ties to the Illuminati in Colorado, specifically at Denver International Airport. There is a conspiracy of an underground bunker underneath DIA for the Illuminati to take shelter in once an apocalypse comes, based on a bunch of theories collectively called the Den Files. Yeah, it's some pretty crazy stuff. The whole line in general is just based on conspiracies and unexplained mysteries. Magnifluid is also inspired by and covered in ferrofluid, a form of magnetic liquid. Magnifluid is said to control its fluid with its psychic powers. From science fiction to science fact, meet Pando the Trembling Giant, found in Fish Lake National Forest, Utah. It is the world's oldest and most massive singular living organism. Pando is a clonal colony of an individual quaking aspen tree. Yes, this whole forest is the same tree. So now, let's meet Cornera Tangela. It is now grass ground type. Cornera Tangela like to plant the roots deep in the earth and stay in one place for as long as possible, and won't move unless absolutely necessary. In order to evolve Tangela in Cornera, you have to use a very different method, as it doesn't learn ancient power. You have to level it up to level 40 with 2 other Tangela in your party. They fuse together to form Cornera Tangrowth. Their minds and power have become one. It uses its long roots to ensnare its foes, and to restore its energy by absorbing the nutrients in the soil. Continuing with Utah, we have a man-made marvel that you can actually walk inside of. These are ice castles. They are built in Colorado, Minnesota, New Hampshire, New York, and Wisconsin, but they originated in Utah, thanks to a man named Brent Christensen, who initially made the ice castles for his 6 kids to keep them entertained. So, I know a lot of you probably think you know where this is headed, right? Ice-type Corneran Sandygast and Palisand, right? Wrong. Meet Corneran Stonejourner, a pure Ice-type. While Sandygast and Palisand would have fit this concept well, I had an idea in my head for a Stonejourner that I thought was really clever and wanted to explore. Corneran Stonejourner like to travel great distances in the winter. They will form large groups and travel from place to place, forming amazing structures that the children of Cornera love to play in. The concept of an Ice-type Stonejourner works really well, and I quite enjoy it. But what really ties this concept together is the regional variant of its counterpart from Galar. Meet Cornera Ice Cube. It is now a pure rock type. That's right, I switched their typings. I just found this idea more fun than just one regional line that also fit the concept. Cornera Ice Cube is based on the layered sediment you can see in Grand Canyon National Park, Arizona. Unlike the original, Cornera Ice Cube's head is a lot more sturdy as it's made of solid rock, and therefore doesn't break. Their neck and shoulders definitely have to be super jacked to hold up the weight of this rock head. This pair is one of my favorites in Cornera, because I just love how the typings being switched managed to work so well. Lastly, let's discuss a sort of strange animal that lives in every state of the Four Corners region. This is a pronghorn. Also known as an American antelope, it is the fastest land mammal in the Western Hemisphere, getting up to speeds of 55 miles per hour, being the second fastest land mammal in existence. Why are they so fast, you ask? Well, while there aren't any current predators that can run anywhere close as fast in this area, there used to be an American cheetah, but it went extinct about 10,000 years ago. So pronghorns just stayed fast because they never had any evolutionary pressure to slow down. So how about a psychic-type pronghorn that uses telekinesis to move at insanely fast speeds? Meet Fantasy, the float Pokemon. It can sense danger minutes before it becomes threatened, and can escape with ease due to its speed. This precognition leaves Fantasy with a general sense of whimsy about it and a very cheery personality, just because it really doesn't have anything to worry about as far as threats. I wanted Fantasy to have a unique and fun coloration to make it live up to its name. At level 40, Fantasy evolves into Idelope. On top of its powers of precognition and telekinesis, it has now also gained the ability to commune with spirits of Pokemon on the prairies of Cornera. The addition of the ghost typing, while being a continued reference to ESP from Fantasy, is also a reference to the pronghorn's nickname, the Ghost of the Prairie, due to its absurd speed. Idelope has a bit more of a sleek and aerodynamic design than Fantasy, to really rein in the idea of it being made for speed. I gave it a 175 base stat in speed, which would make it the fastest ghost type, the second fastest psychic type, being only beaten by Deoxys speed form, and the third fastest Pokemon overall. But that's all the Pokemon of Cornera based on Arizona, New Mexico, and Utah. Let me know which one was your favorite in the comments down below. Also, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And with that, I will see you guys next time.